Well, gentlemen, are you ready for Mother's Day? Hello, I'm Coach Lance Meyer, and happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers, or almost Mother's Day. And we're here in the Green Room Art Studio, and we got about 30 minutes before I got to coach. So we're going to work on a great little project here. I'm going to use some little card here, a little greeting card. It's just some watercolor paper kind of split in half and folded in two. So we're gonna very quickly, I've got some beautiful flowers here, and we're just gonna quickly draw a few of those flowers, and we're not gonna worry if it doesn't turn out perfectly. They're flowers, they're gonna be okay. All right, so we're just gonna very quickly look at a couple of those jagged edges. Just gonna put a couple flowers in my picture here. Put a little stem there and a little purple flower up here. Again, I'm not overly worried about exactly what that looks like, but I am trying to get a little bit of a couple of these little jagged edges and stuff on there, so it looks a little bit like a flower. And then we'll just add a couple stems, and very quickly we have our flower. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix together, got my water here, I'm going to mix together with a relatively large brush some blue with some green. And that's going to give us, like you see behind me here, this kind of color in the Green Room Art Studio. So just a nice color. It's got a little tint of blue to it, add a little green. It doesn't necessarily matter what exact blues and greens you mix together, but you'll get kind of a nice little turquoisey color, which really is a nice background. We can still put green next to it. Other colors will kind of pop around it a little bit. You can almost see that in the picture of Jesus back here, how it sticks out as compared to the rest of the background there. All right, I've got my color, working quickly here today. I've actually put a little salt in my water so that you get some cool effects. And I'm just gonna very quickly start to, let me move that right there so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just doing the background here, guys. Just gonna kind of paint in and around the flowers. I'm gonna move very quickly today. You don't have to work as fast as I am going to. You probably don't have to get to coaching as quickly as I do. I do like to work quickly in my watercolors. You'll actually find that the colors will mix a little quicker, a little better. You'll get a little better results of the colors mixing if you can work quickly. Now, obviously, there is a time and place to take your time, but I'm just going to get, as you can see, this nice little kind of greenish blue background working around the flower. Oh, went in too far. It's okay. It'll be all right. All right. Bring that. So I got my stems kind of coming down the middle there. I can always overpaint that a little bit. Okay, one of the things I'm getting is just a little bit of on the side here. I'm just going to kind of pull that back in. And I may need to dap it, but I like to actually let that color just kind of run a little bit. You can see the beautiful color we have here. I could make it a little more blue on the bottom, and I could make it a little more green on the top, or any of that stuff. I'm just going to throw that in there and call that good, and let that run. We get some beautiful, see those beautiful colors in there. I have sometimes added pink a little bit to that as well. I'm not going to do that at this time because the colors are going, the flowers are going to maybe have that tint to it too. And you do want to be a little careful about, you know, trying to keep a couple of those pure colors as well. So anytime I have the opportunity, I do try to mix colors together rather than just using pure colors. Here we're getting some beautiful effects in and around. See how it's not all the same. The salt is doing that a little bit, and then that adding a little bit of extra color on the top and bottom kind of allowed that to mix a little bit. Okay, so we've got that. Got to keep her moving here. Now we're going to go right to our flowers. Okay, now here's one of the really cool techniques just kind of picked up recently. If I can find, well, it looks like I left the other brush, so we'll just grab one of these. It'll be fine. Let me grab this one up here actually. God has blessed me with many brushes. So. And of course, the one I'm looking for, I can't find. That's okay though. So I'm just gonna grab it. It could be a small one, that's fine. And okay, so I've got You see the white of those flowers? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add just a little water before I paint it, because I'm not going to necessarily paint in every spot. I'm just going to add a little water in and around this brush, little dabs of water, so that we keep some whites as well as add some colors. And this is going to get for a really cool effect. It may even mix a little bit with the greens out there, or blues, which will be fine. One more little dab. I just want some little dots of water, okay? Enough that there's just little tiny